My name is Sarah. I work as a lawyer or an attorney, two words that mean the same thing. My current job is to go to court and defend people against lawsuits that have been brought against them and accuse them of doing something wrong. But before I talk more about what I currently do, I want to tell you how I got there. So I had to go through elementary school, junior high, middle school, and high school, just like you all are doing, and graduate and go to college for 4 years and then law school for 3 years. So I got a 4-year degree in international affairs, which was a bachelor's of arts degree. I also had to take the law school admissions exam, which was a 2-day test that would allow me to go to law school. So I took the law school admissions test, got into law school, and went to law school for 3 years. After I graduated law school, I had to take what's called the bar exam. The bar exam is what allows you to be licensed in each state to practice law. So the bar exam is 2 days long. First day is a bunch of multiple choice questions, and then the second day is all essay writing. I took the bar exam in July and had to wait until October to see if I passed. And I can tell you this right now, when I walked out of that test in July, I thought I had failed. However, I did not, thankfully. So, after I got my results in October, I was set to start my first job as a lawyer. And my first job as a lawyer was with the United States Army. I was commissioned as an officer and worked as what is called a Judge Advocate General Officer, or a JAG. And as a JAG, I wore my Army uniform every day to work. So I wore this uniform every day and first started helping families with legal issues such as leases or anything else that involved the law and families. Then I moved over to work as a prosecutor. And as a prosecutor, I worked to put away soldiers who had committed crimes. I put them in jail after we went to trial and won. I worked as a prosecutor for a good while and then moved over to be a defense attorney. So the opposite side of what I was doing as a prosecutor. As a prosecutor, I worked to put them in jail. As a defense attorney, I worked to keep people out of jail. I worked with my individual clients to keep them out of jail if they did nothing wrong. I also work to hold the government accountable, because if you're going to put somebody in prison, it's a very big thing. So after working for the Army for many years, I decided to move over, to leave the Army and become what's known as an assistant attorney general. Every state has attorney generals. Nevada has them, as does the state where I live. As an assistant attorney general, I go to court and talk to a jury and a judge about why my clients, who are state employees, did not do what they have been accused of. Nobody's going to go to jail. This is what's called civil law. It's all about money. So somebody thinks they've been wronged somehow by the state or by that employee, and they bring a lawsuit. And so I defend state employees against lawsuits brought against them. I really enjoy my work as a lawyer. It's very exciting to help people when they're in trouble and to get to argue in court. I know some of you have probably seen movies or TV shows that have trials that happen in them. That's very similar to what I do. It's not nearly as glamorous or exciting, but I am in a courtroom, in a trial, talking to judges and juries and getting up and explaining things. So if you really like to explain why you're good at something and know your facts, maybe becoming a lawyer is something you want to do. My job is very hard. I work a lot of hours, but it's very rewarding, and reading and writing are very important parts of what I do. Not only do I go to trial, I also review and write a tremendous amount. Some weeks I will review anywhere from 50 to 500 pages worth of written documents, which are called motions. Sometimes I have to write all of those. So that's like a 50-page paper every other day. So you've really got to learn to read and write, because it's a very important part of our job. But if you like helping people, you like talking to people about why you believe what you're supporting is right, maybe becoming a lawyer is something you want to do. There's a lot of different types of lawyers out there. Some don't go to court at all. They write contracts, they help with home purchases, things like that. There's lots of different lawyers out there. There's tax lawyers, there's criminal lawyers. I am what's called a civil defense attorney, a civil defense lawyer. So there's a lot of different types of law out there. But if you want to become a lawyer, you need to study really hard in school, get good grades, and be a very good reader, because it's a very important part of our job. I hope this has given you a little bit of background on what a lawyer or an attorney does, and I wish you the best.